Hi, I'm the Book Tart, and I'd like to tell you about a book I just finished. It came out August 7th. It's called Hearts of Darkness. It's a debut print novel for author Kira Brady. She does have a prequel ebook called Hearts of Fire that I just found out about, and I'm buying. I haven't read it yet, though. So, this one is paranormal romance, urban fantasy. It does have a very strong romance element to it, though, so I think it's considered paranormal romance. It's the first in the Dead Glass trilogy, and this book is amazing. I fell in love with it. I'm originally from Washington State, and so the Puget Sound area I love, and this book is set in Seattle, and it's a little bit almost steampunk-ish because and it has Norse mythology, Native American legend, and Babylonian history, and shapeshifters and dragons. So what more could you ask for? The town of Seattle is, it was cursed at the beginning of the book. The very first chapter says, Chief Seattle, Washington Territories, 1854. He cursed the shores will swim with the invisible dead of his tribe. White men will never be alone. Let him be kind and just to my people, for the dead are not powerless. Dead, I say? There is no death, only a change of worlds. And because of Chief Seattle's curse on the land, the gates between our realm and other realms are fluctuating and thin, and so the dead don't always pass over. There's a huge ghost population in the town of Seattle, and the ether, the magical forces, magical energy that created the world is very strong in Seattle. And so because of that, electricity doesn't always work. The ghosts interfere with electricity. So people have resorted to steam-powered vehicles, diesel, riding their bikes. They can't always trust that the electricity will work, so they have, gas lanterns, and they have physical powered, like egg beaters, things for your kitchen. So very economical and very green, and most people don't realize why there's this energy issue in Seattle. But there's a secret war going on between the Kavati, which is an ancient race of shape changers, and the Drekar, who are dragons with no souls. So they don't really care about humans. They eat a little bit of the human soul as their sustenance. Sometimes they're not very careful and they kill the humans. And the Kavati are trying to, keep the balance right and keep the humans safe. And into this world, into this paranormal disaster comes Kayla Friday. I loved Kayla. She's a very strong heroine. She's brave, she's smart, she's got a big heart. And Kayla comes to town because she has to identify her sister's body at the morgue. And so you meet her at, a really low point, and yet her heart shines through that. So Kayla is going to the morgue to identify her sister, Desi, and Hart, our hero. I love Hart. And I just smushed my microphone. Anyway, I love Hart. Hart is a shape changer. He should be with the Kavati race, but they kicked him out because he's a changeling. When he was a child, they discovered that he has moon madness. He's controlled by the moon. So he's not a pure, strong Kavati. And his mother, rather than letting him be killed, ran with him. So he's been on his own. And because of something he did when he was a teenager, he's now a bound servant to the leader of the Drekar in Seattle. So he works for Norgard, and he has to do what he says. He has 2 more jobs to do before he gets free and can go run as a wolf up in Canada or something. He wants to be free. He's tired of being controlled and told what to do, and he doesn't always like what he's told to do. He has been told to talk to Kayla and get the necklace that her sister stole from Norgard before she died. So he thinks this will be easy peasy lemon squeezy. He's going to get the necklace and one more job to do and he'll be done. And so he goes into the morgue and he meets Kayla, and there's chemistry, and there's she's grieving, so it's, you know, in the back of her mind, but she thinks he's pretty hot. And then the Kavati show up because they need that necklace too, because it would break open the worlds and let an ancient Babylonian god, Kingu, come through and wreak chaos and havoc. The Drekkar leader, Norgard, thinks he wants that. So there's the mystery of where that necklace is, and as Kayla is exposed to the paranormal elements in Seattle, and her eyes are opened and she discovers there's more to her than she ever imagined, and she and Hart partner up to find that necklace, and the challenges and mysteries and adventures they go through, the strengthening of their relationship, the war between the Kavati and the Norgard, it's phenomenal. And yeah, I highly recommend this book. The world building, once again, so strong. I felt like, you know, the history of it and the reasoning behind why, you know, they use steam, and everything just seemed based in reality, and it worked and it made sense. And the sparks between Kayla and Hart were very strong and very hot. So highly recommend. I'm eagerly waiting for the next novel because the secondary characters in this were so strong. I want to know what happens to the Drekkar, and I want to know what happens to Corbett. He's the ruler of the Kavati, and there was another bond slave to the Drekkar leader. Her name's Grace, and I want to know her story, and it looks like her story's next, so I'm very excited. So if you like paranormal romance, if you like amazing, realistic world building, if you could say realistic and dragons in the same sentence, go pick up Hearts of Darkness. You won't regret it. Thank you for listening to me ramble and tell you about a book I adore. Check out thebooktart.com, and you can see contests I have, interviews with authors, and most importantly, something I'm very proud of, is the new fiction release database. You can scroll through by month, pick a date, figure out what books come out on that day, and see what you don't want to miss out on. Thanks.